Alrighty, I guess I'm live. One of the circle drawings that I did a while back turned out to be, I haven't thought about it since I got my new compass and stuff like that, so I didn't think about it. But it's on the old compass with too thick of lead and all that fun stuff, so it's not presented anywhere. It's not in my album. It's not anything. And it's one of those things you kind of want to have around, or kind of things I want to have, at least in my album of stuff that I've done when it comes to this. So I'm going to just do it really quick. It's not a long one. It's a basic one. It's 2 eyes. So I do a base of like a 3x3 base. When I put a couple Tauruses in there to make it look like eyes. There we go. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's about it. I've invited a couple of friends that are not online right now. If they want to join in chat, they can. If not, then not. So I'm going to get the base going. So we have the horizontal or water line going across the fold. See, it's all nice and folded properly. Oh, let's fold it this way. Nice and folded properly. And then we have the gravitational line or the vertical line to get the center where the point begins it all. Yeah, so I'm just looking at something. I'll get to drawing. So yeah, so it's basically a base underneath 2 Tauruses side by side, and they represent eyes from what I was told. So we'll get that going. As we all know, the Taurus is the energy field of, pretty much everything, everywhere. And here we go. I don't know if you hear anything in the background. That's probably either pedals or 34, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And I'm doing this with sunlight, so I don't have a lamp on. Whenever I have the lamp on, my camera starts to flicker nowadays. So if there's no sunlight, or if it's way too overcast, then I tend to avoid putting my drawings online because flickering, we don't need that flickering going on everywhere. Which I don't know what happened because this camera used to not flicker. So I don't know if it's, I don't know why. I really don't know why, because it doesn't, nothing broke, it didn't fall. All the bells and whistles are clicked the way all the bells and whistles are supposed to be clicked, and I'm not too sure why I decided to do stuff like that, but it did. One of the things that my teacher keeps telling me is I don't put enough pressure or even pressure on the circles, which is very hard. Everybody I've seen that does this uses smaller compasses since they're doing small circles, and it's always such a small part. But I couldn't find that in town. Didn't want to wait to order something online that I couldn't see or test at the store, so I got this compass, which is a really great compass. It's just a little bit heavy, and it causes me to get imbalanced every once in a while, and if I try to be too picky about the lines of the circles, it slips a lot. So see, like this, it's dark right there, and then this one is light right there. So I just, not something I'm gonna fuss too much about. I've done a few major projects lately, and they take so long, and then at night, so I didn't put them on camera. But the latest project, let me show those really quick before I get too much into this. There, 1, 2, they're like right here. I just need to not have everything fall off the side of my desk. See. Dum 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 dum. Let's see. But, you know, I have too many things. Okay, I did this one. This one is either an iris or a clock. I've been told both. The little circles that you run into are here. I think that's 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. See, circles, little circles going all the way around. And I did another one that I was told was the iris of the eye, but sometimes the translations, when you're trying to discuss stuff with people, this I was told was the iris, but yes. So, my teacher is Russian and doesn't speak English, so we have a lot of Google Translate and a lot of miscommunication. So that will happen. But we're learning and we're moving and we're growing and it's all good. It is all good. This one is birth. You do the 6 Tauruses around in the center, it gives birth to the center. So the center one, you don't even have to draw in the center one because that one will just happen. So 6 give birth to the 7. And okay. And so, and I also drew a full matrix and movement. So movement is this. Well, there's several for the movement. You have this one. This is a representation of something moving back and forth like that. Yeah, so you have it going back and forth. So this is idle or movement. And then we have a smaller rendition of that, but this is you go like back and forth. I have a shadow going on. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. You get the idea. Well, I hope you do. Then a bigger version of that. And then we have a full cross. If you take a cross, the next one, this is for the next one. The next one you have a cross like this. That's in movement as well, going back and forth. So that's what that one is. So this is movement, across the movement. And then the other one that let's get the shadow out of there. And then the full matrix done. Which is not perfect, but you know, hands and eyes, and there's a little bit of human error which makes it come alive to some extent, so not too worried about that. If you look at that, you tend to readjust it, see if it focuses better. Well, anyway, you can, if you look at it properly, you probably can get quite a few different animals and shapes and letters and numbers and out of it. So, yep. So those are the latest projects. But this is going to be basic, and we're going to go back and in time and do a basic one, and this won't be a very long video, and we can probably stop rambling and start drawing. You know, I would play music, but I do these live, and I haven't been able to get my computer to share my audio. And everything's clicked right, and I've had my friends try to help me, and it works for them and doesn't work for me, so I'm thinking there might be something wrong with my audio card, my sound card. So we're looking, try to get a new one in and see if that changes anything. Should have one around the house somewhere, but we'll get there. Not top priorities, so you just have to listen to me ramble. Maybe somebody will show up at some point in time and save me from the ramble, or save you from the ramble. You guys are stuck listening to me if you want to watch this. Well, I guess you can always mute, but you know, why would you want to do that? I'm doing this while I'm brewing tea for my kombucha. I have some, I've had them for quite a while and they're ready for a new batch of tea. So I have the tea brewing and cooling down. And I'm going to add my sugar into it because, you know, that sugar is what feeds the SCOBY, make all the SCOBY nice and happy. And give it a nice sweet tea bath for 2 weeks. And then I'll have my kombucha. Where I live, it's kind of chilly and it's hard to find a warm area of the house. So if you live in a warmer climate, then the kombucha can take maybe a week or a week at least. It doesn't have to be 2 weeks. It's just where I live, it's cold enough and there's no rooms in the house warm enough for it to go that fast. So yeah, we just have to deal with it. But it comes out nice and probiotic-y and yummy and fizzy and stuff. So just making a normal green tea one. I think I'm gonna make one with green tea and ginger. I'm not sure. Mint's always good too. The first one I made is green tea though, and I have two jars of flavored and then 1 jar of regular. I heard somewhere, which I haven't had a chance to look into it too much, that black tea is just burnt green tea, which doesn't sound like a good thing to me actually, because I used to make a black tea version and a green tea version and a mint green tea version. So we'll see what happens. I have to look into that, the whole black tea thing. I'm actually out of black tea, so right now it really doesn't matter. I don't have any, but if anybody knows about that, you know, you can make a comment and let me know if I've heard incorrectly or if you have a link that explains it properly. Because burnt things are not quite healthy, but you need with the kombucha, you kind of want the green black teas because they have caffeine in it and it somehow helps it. The red teas and the white teas, there's no caffeine, so you can make kombucha with red and white tea. And fruit teas, there's something about it that's not as beneficial, or SCOBY doesn't like it as much. It was a long time ago when I read up on it, so I actually don't remember why, but there is a reason. You know, so that's what Google's for. If you're curious, go Google. I'm not too curious at the moment about that. I do have one white tea that I wouldn't mind trying. It might be a nice summer kombucha. Jasmine tea, but I haven't researched it enough to actually get to the point where I wanted to make it. So maybe. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody to share my scobies with because there's always tons left over. So I use them for my skin and facial masks and the extra ones because they always produce a baby. You have the mother SCOBY in there, and there's always a baby that forms during the week, when it's fermenting. So, and eventually you have excess. So they're really good for the skin, nice facial masks and all that fun stuff. So you can add it to smoothies and, you know, nice healthy stuff. Healthy stuff. So what else can I talk about? Yes, my friends didn't run into my link. I don't think they're online. One of my friends lives in the States, and I'm not in the States right now. So they're, well, they should be awake. They're probably doing morning stuff. And my other friend lives in the UK. So they're just probably out and about. Out and about. like I said, this isn't going to take very long, so I won't be doing that much mumbling. Unless I stop a lot. Which I've stopped a couple times to talk, so I gotta learn how to talk and move. Talk in circles, talk in circles. Talking in circles. Talking with circles in circles. So Petals has been doing a lot of stuff lately. She's got her hand drawings going, and she's got a style of computer generated drawings that she's been doing going that match her style of drawing more than it matches the actual character she's trying to portray, which is pretty cool because, you know, that's the whole point, is her creativity. And then she's trying to put out videos herself of ponies chatting or ponies doing stuff. You know, she's little, so I'm gonna be all mama hawk and make sure, you know, she's old enough to do it. She's old enough to post. You know, I gotta do the whole mama hawk thing, make sure that she doesn't get too many trolls and watch what people say. Because, you know, the whole mama bear thing. Gotta teach her. Hello.
Hello.
Are you awake?
I am.
Oh, I have to present. You're gonna take over my drawing.
Uh-oh.
No, I just need to present it. If I can see where my camera goes. Where did my camera go? How do I present my camera? Oh, there it is. No, not that one. Oh. Camera. No, that's not it. Oh, wow. Present me. How do I present me? Present to everyone. There we go. Did that work? I just want this to go, you know, I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm doing a small one.
You're doing the base?
Yeah, right now I'm doing the base, but it's a small base. I'm almost actually done with it. And then I do a Taurus here and a Taurus there, on right here and right there. And then it's going to be 2 eyes. Okay. So it's just a small one. So I thought I had done it before, but I had done it before I got my compass. So it's with the old compass with the really thick lead, and it looks horrible. And so, you know, I want to have one available like in my folder and stuff. So I just have to kind of redo it with the proper compass. So what you doing?
Oh, I just got up a little while ago. I didn't get up with the sun. Got up to have a major headache because I ate cheese last night.
Oh.
Oh, it's awful.
Awful, awful. Yeah, I was just rambling on because you know me, I just ramble if nobody's here. I'm making kombucha today, so.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do that last night or yesterday because it was going vinegary, so I had to hurry up and put some lemon. I'm gonna do lemon kombucha this time.
Mm-hmm.
But I did some you know those little like cuties, those little oranges. You
Mm-hmm.
know what? No.
The clementines?
Yeah, the clementines.
Yeah, okay.
I did that.
Cuties? You call them
Yeah,
cuties?
they call them cuties here.
Okay.
So I used those for the other batch, and it turned out pretty damn good. It really got the carbonation though. Like so when you open it, it just like fizzes over.
Right.
But yeah, Itmar stayed up with him till like, oh, I don't know, noon his time because
Mm-hmm.
he was waiting to get out. So
It, oh, okay. So he slept and you didn't.
well, he slept and then got up early, like really early, and then got on with us um and then waited. He had to wait till somebody help could come and so they could go out. I don't know what time it's 12 there would be like what 3 in the morning here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, his time, I'm not sure if his time is the same as mine.
No, I think he's ahead of you.
I think yeah, I think he's an hour ahead.
So it's like
He's not that far ahead.
4:45 there now.
Yeah, and it's 4:45 here. Yeah, he's an hour and ahead. Yep. So, the one thing is, I read something a while ago, and I haven't verified it because I haven't researched it, that they recommend that you don't use black tea because black tea is basically burnt green tea. Did you hear about that?
No?
Because I thought it was just like a different type of plant or something like that, but some people are talking that it's
Yeah,
carcinogenic because it's a
but who are these people telling you this?
no, it's a couple articles I ran into, and right now I can't remember who the authors are. So I wanted to verify because I usually make a batch of black tea, a batch of green tea, and then I make a batch of something with flavor in it.
Yeah.
I don't usually use red or white because it doesn't have caffeine in it, and they say the SCOBY thrives more with caffeine. So something like that. But I didn't know, so it's like, I'm actually out of black tea, but it's more of me debating on whether I'm going to buy more because I don't know if it's actually a good thing now. I thought you would know.
No, I don't know. I just a friend of mine gave me this Irish tea and a whole like a lot of it. And then I used the rooibos, you know what rooibos tea? It's a rooibos bush from Africa.
Okay.
It's
I
good
think
stuff.
I've heard of it, but
Yeah, rooibos tea is really good. That's what I use for my kombucha.
yeah, I have some
And
British green tea, and oh my god, I can't stand it.
yeah, I'm not
I,
really I don't
it,
like green tea all that much, but
well, it's. I had Japanese green tea, and then they had at the local international market some British green tea. And a friend of mine loves British people, so I bought some, and he totally loved it, and I was like, I really don't like the flavor of this. But it was a basic tea. It wasn't like a specialty. It was just a British brand. So I was like, I don't know.
yeah, and so Itmar's been doing the alchemy.
Oh yeah,
And
I want him to show me how to do that. He's explained it, but I'm one of those people you have to show me.
yeah, so he'll take your like birthday and show you what kind of metals you need.
Oh
And weird is mine is aluminum.
yeah.
And yeah, right? And so I looked up what I can get that through food, and one of them is the sea loin tea. So I'm
Okay.
like, oh, I'll get that sea loin tea and then make kombucha out of it, and then I'm getting that added.
Yeah. Well, well
Yeah,
getting it a natural food way, that's fine, but aluminum it just kind of makes you cringe, you know. And
I know,
you
cause
know about it.
I know, but it's like if you look into it and you start reading it, you'll see that aluminum you actually need this certain kind of aluminum. There's different, uh,
Kind. Yeah,
yeah,
the either really toxic one that is everywhere or
yeah,
the natural one that's in food. I'm gonna have to ask him what my metal is.
yeah. He'll totally give it to you. He likes that shit, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like you gotta tell me, you gotta tell me.
Anyway.
So, I like doing this in the sunlight because
You can
camera
see
doesn't flicker. Yeah.
the sun
So
there.
yeah, if I do this online live like I'm doing now, I do it because it's daytime and the camera doesn't flicker. And I had really great light when I started, and the sun's perfectly through my window right now, but it's gone completely overcast. So now it's darker, which is not a problem for the camera, it's a problem for my eyes. So now I want to turn the light on, but it'll start flickering. Like, ah. Really sucks. I need the clouds to move. See? Like it's flickering already.
Go tell those clouds to move.
I know, right? I've been telling them to move all day. I had it sunny enough to where my husband was able to mow the lawn. And then he went inside and then it started to get cloudy. And now it's going overcast and it's like, so I think the clouds were willing to stay away long enough and say, okay, but we need to be here right now. So we'll stay long enough for you guys to do what in the yard, what you need to do. And then after that, we'll come out. And it's like, yeah, but I want you to wait a little bit longer. And it's not listening to me anymore. Yes, I talk to clouds. I cloud burst. I move clouds and stuff like that. When I go out and it's raining, it stops raining while I'm outside because, it stops for me.
Yeah.
I work the energy.
Right. Good.
Yeah. Energy focus.
Yeah.
And then my daughter comes home all angry and she's pretty good at it because when she comes home all angry, it starts pouring rain on her. But then she blames it on me. Mom, make it stop raining. It's like, I didn't do it. I said, you're the one that's mad. Fun energy, but yeah. So, but yeah, I don't like how the camera strobes now. When I first started using this camera for these things, it wasn't strobing when I had the lamp on, but now it does. I don't know what caused it because there's nothing wrong with the camera. It's the same type of light. I don't know. So you have to just make sure that you're not deficient in this metal or mineral or whatever.
Right.
So how do you make sure of that?
I don't know. I just it's like last night. Okay, I had cheese, so guess what? I wake up with a freaking headache. So this is how you get to know yourself. It's like, oh yeah, I know what I had last night, and then I think of Charlie Ann, and I'm like,
I had ice cream last night.
But I was like, I love this. I want to eat this cheese, and then, but if you,
Fish petals.
but I didn't eat very well yesterday at all. I had my kefir, and then I didn't eat until like 7 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the cheese, and then my body's like, we don't like that. We don't like
right.
that to us.
Stop doing that.
And it starts in the colon. It starts in the gut, and that's where it's at, and that's why I got the headache because my gut just doesn't like it. Just doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So I wake up and I think, oh, I gotta go and drink some of that ferment juice, right, from the wild vegetables because that'll do it. But you can't even when your stomach is sick and your head is hurting, you can't even. There's nothing you can even think to eat or want to eat.
Yeah, your brain gets fuzzy and shit.
Yeah, and you're sick, so you're just like, oh, I don't want to eat nothing. So I'm just kind of trying to hang out and let it go
Calm
through.
down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I hate having to give up cheese, but got to do it, or just take it in little amounts. Because last night it was like I didn't even have any. And usually, if I eat like that, I'll have a wild ferment or kombucha to get the bacteria going.
Have you tried goat cheese?
Oh yeah, I love goat cheese.
Goat cheese's enzymes match us better.
Yeah, and I can eat a whole bunch of goat cheese without this. So
that's good.
The problem is I had Gouda and I shouldn't have, and I had too much Gouda. Oh wow.
I miss cheese. They do white cheese here.
Yeah.
And I mean, to find cheddar cheese is like a nightmare. You get a little tiny bit of cheddar cheese, just a little tiny bit, and it's like $4 to get like a little tiny block, itty bitty block like that.
Yeah. Wow.
So that was it was good in a way because I don't eat cheddar anymore.
Yeah, right.
Like I had to kind of give up cheese.
They don't have a big cow industry there, do they?
Well, it's white cheese. They do white cheese. Oh, I'm getting an echo now from you.
White cheese is natural. The yellow is unnatural. It's a dye they put in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
So
they put slices of cheese on everything. Bread is like a huge thing here too. Oh, they have brown cheese. They have cheese that's caramelized. They have brown cheese. Brunust. And
yeah,
I only get the goat one because it's sharper and I miss, cheddar cheese. I get the
yeah,
sharp.
I know.
But it's
I know. And it's like,
but
oh, but the cheese makes me feel like this. I don't want to eat it no more.
uh-huh. Yeah. But it's I don't know, it's a brown cheese is a thing here. And they have this really gross cheese as well called Gameloost, which is old cheese.
Yeah.
And it smells like manure with piss in it. Old, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
Yeah.
people eat this? This is nasty. I can't. Oh, uh, I can't
It's
explain it, but
beyond.
I really don't know where they get this idea from. The Swedish have a thing that's just as bad. They eat fermented fish. They have this can, and it's called Sir. Oh God, I don't remember. They have a can of rotting fish, and the can actually bloats because it's rotting, and you don't want to open it in the house. They warn people that buy it, don't open it in the house type thing.
Warning
And
label.
it explodes. They actually recommend you to open it, like to put it underwater, and then
Yeah.
use a can opener and open it underwater because it will explode everywhere. It's and it makes people want to throw up when they open it because it's rotted fish.
Sounds lovely.
And they put it on flatbread and eat it on flatbread with like cheese and shit. I'm like, oh my god, I haven't tried it yet. My Swedish friends, as far as I know, have not tried it either. But I've seen it online and it's like, and they know about it.
Again, how far is Sweden?
Sweden borders Norway.
Oh, nice.
I'm on the wrong side though, so it's like 9 hours to get there. But
Oh,
but it's a bordering country. But that's if we're driving. In a plane, it's like an hour, less than an
oh.
hour. So
Well, I'm trying to get
I'm
Bob.
online pedals. We're talking about rings and food and kombucha and Pedals is being curious at the moment. What are you guys talking about?
What are we? Cheese. Yummy cheese.
Yummy cheese. Did I make too many circles? 1, 2. I think I made
Am I
too many.
interrupting you? You're
No. It doesn't matter if I make too many circles.
Yeah. You're like, I'm gonna make a mistake just to get Jack on here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He'll show up. He'll be like,
No,
Charlie.
I did the right amount of circles. I'll show you my crappy rent. I'll show you what I'm doing because this was done before I had the proper compass. Now see these circles? See how pretty they look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
See the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I have enough. I have the right amount of circles. So
You do the 8 and 6. Is that what it is, or 8 and what is
7.
it? 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I did it right. I wasn't sure for a minute, but I'm doing it right.
Job.
It's not a big deal. This is just a basic one.
So anything happening in the flat earth that we should know about?
No, they're all still talking about Orphan Red and Mark and Lori even posted a video on it too.
Oh, that's right.
Lori wasn't happy about it. That other guy wasn't happy about it, and she agreed with him. And then people started replying to her, I guess. So she got upset enough to where she made her own video explaining herself, which is fine.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what the trolls like. They want to get your reaction. They like that stuff.
And it's like,
Get you to react so you can come combating them, and then people
yeah.
are left in the circle jerk again.
Yeah, she says she needed a vet, which is fine. She can vet all she wants. I don't see the problem.
I don't either.
I don't see why they
Everybody
had.
else does, right? Everybody else vents.
Yeah. Well, yeah, people vent all the time, but then I mean, if their channels are dedicated to the flat Earth, and people, they're like, oh, well, you make things look bad, or you make yourself discreditable and stuff like that, and it's like, but there's tons of people that post information of what they're into and what they're focused on, and then they post other venting stuff and opinions about this and that and this, and it's nothing different. But if you're seems like if you're a conspiracy theorist, or if you have a main agenda on your channel, that when you go away from it, your fans get all pissed off. How dare you?
I know. What's up with those fans?
Yeah.
What's fans? They're just people.
Yeah.
I should
Well,
watch.
it's the followers.
I
But she
know.
got upset because somebody had an opinion, and then somebody else said, "Well, that opinion doesn't matter. Don't worry about that person's opinion. Doesn't matter. They only have like 100 something subscribers. They're a nobody." And then she got all mad at that because it's like everybody's somebody. And it's like, look at me. I have 8 subscribers. I'm not a nobody. So some people might think so because my channel's not that big. So
Well,
they
you're just not. I
who
mean, people
cares?
aren't looking at it
Yeah.
once they start, and it's like, who cares anyway?
Everybody has a different perception of everything.
That's
If you
right.
don't want to watch a channel because they have less than 500 subscribers because you think they're a nobody, then fine, don't watch it. That's you. you know. But I don't know. But she has a little over 200 subscribers, so I guess she felt like if they call that person a nobody because of about 100, then they're calling her a nobody because she has a low count currently as well. Do you know what I mean?
That's not too bad though.
Yeah, but with people are
Followers.
going to have their opinions. People,
Like I
I
say
don't
all
agree
the
with the
time,
opinion, but
opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
yeah. I mean, I don't agree with the opinion that the person is a nobody for the amount of subscribers, so. But, you know, but other people, it's a free world. They can have stupid opinions if they want.
Yep.
I'm
Even the
not
dull
gonna.
and ignorant, they too have their story.
Yep. They don't get. And look at me. I'm just rambling stuff. It's not like I talk about anything major. Well, sometimes I do, but it's like
Well,
hidden in the
you know
middle
what?
of
There comes a time when the talking has to cease and the action has to be made.
yeah.
So, I mean, and you drawing circles is the action. You're trying to get other people to do it so they can see it. But
Yeah. It's energy.
people like to be spoon fed. They don't want to do the work, and it's like this is all about doing the work here. This is all about the experience. So if you don't do it, and you try to get deem knowledge from somebody else's experience, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
You got to experience it. It's like you draw in circles. I'm not gonna grow in my own self by watching you draw circles. I need to draw the circles. I'm gonna learn how to draw the circles by watching you draw circles. You
Right.
know. But I'm gonna pick up my compass and start drawing circles, even if I didn't know how to draw circles, which I didn't. And I was drawing circles, big circles, little circles.
It's like I'll
And
draw
then
circles.
yeah, and then with a compass, and then Itmar's like, no, you got to use this measurement, and then that's when and then I was on another one, I think with you, or I don't know, we were on, I don't know what it was, but then I got the idea, and then you guys explained the whole folding of the paper, and
Mm-hmm.
then when I was on with you guys in that other hangout, and Jack came on, and he's telling us to line up the crease with the crease and not the edge with the edge.
Right.
And then that was like, oh, see, those are the little things that that you don't know
Mm-hmm.
when you just start doing it.
Right.
But
I
then
thought
when
it
you
was
start looking,
I thought it was cute when Martin was on. He's sitting there going, "I'll get a spectrograph." It's like, no, that's cheating.
I know.
Those old toys you had when you were a
Yeah,
kid to me.
spirograph. I love those things.
Yeah. Oh, spirograph. Yeah, that's right. What did I say? Spectrograph? I
I
said the
don't know
word.
but I got it. What you meant.
Man, I haven't had one in 40 years, so everybody will just have to get over that I called it the wrong name.
What?
But yeah, I'm like, no, dude, you need a compass. If you're gonna do this, you need a compass. This is energy. This is what the spiritual people are talking about too. This is like a physical rendition of energy and consciousness and
I know. And once you look at it and start doing it, and you do that,
how it all connects. Yeah.
yeah, you start to see it everywhere. It's like when I'm looking at the sun, I'm seeing that the circles, but
Mm-hmm.
it's really a complex system.
Yeah.
When you look at the sun, blue, 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 blue sky here.
Yeah, we had that today, but you know, it kind of
Yeah,
got
but the
lost.
trails started coming. I don't see any yet, but
The,
not.
the nice thing, it's a normal overcast day. We didn't have any chemtrails today, so.
The thing about where I live is it's an elitist Boulder. This part of Boulder where I'm living,
Mm-hmm.
it's an elitist. I mean, all of Boulder really. So, I mean, they're just. I don't know. It's a. I don't think we get sprayed as much as everybody else. Really, I don't think so. I don't know why, because I don't know what it is.
So I got one of the Tauruses done.
Oh yeah.
And if anybody's ears perked up over the whole connected to spirituality and stuff like that, you have to look, you know, if you look at all your chakras, because this connects to everything, this can be connected to a lot of different things. So this one is where the energy comes from, this center part of it, because this is a representation of a three-dimensional energy field. So if you think of your body and your aura and that side of it, the spirituality side of it, this energy emanates from the heart chakra. This is where the energy starts or is focused at or comes from. And then it comes around, up and around to your base chakra and comes back in. So it goes out your crown chakra and then it comes back in through your base chakra. So anybody in the spirituality, this is what this Taurus represents of that, this Taurus field. And it's what creates your aura or your magnetic energy that surrounds the human body. Yes. So somebody is trying to send me messages on Skype.
It's probably
Somebody's ears are burning.
I need you to do this. Go over here and do this. Try again.
I just got a message from Jack.
I knew it. See, I told you.
His ears were burning.
Uh-huh. That's funny.
I didn't tell him about this because I just wanted to do this really quick and I didn't want the lesson to be on live because last time he came in, the lesson became a live kind of lesson, and then it made the cast go like 3 hours or something, and so I just want to get this done. Once I get this done, then
I know I subscribed to you, so how come it's not showing up in my feed?
you are so no, it's set to. I only invited you in the big picture, and I didn't set it for anybody else to see. So until it goes live, well, it's live on my channel, but unless it goes into it's what's it called? It's set to unlisted. So until it's over, it won't be like recommended until it's over. Unless, because I've never seen a live stream get recommended. It might get recommended, but you know, there's no viewers now. And I still haven't figured out the friggin' how to turn on chats anyway. Which it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it'd be nice to, I have question and answers up, but I don't think anybody, you know, nobody should be seeing it anyway. So if people have questions, they can just put it in comments because the comments will be open. but I didn't want to drag this one out too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just easier if I make it a little. But it gets boring if I'm like sitting here talking to myself for
Yeah.
an
I was
hour or
like,
whatever
what
it
is
is.
this link? What is she doing? So I came in to see what you were doing.
I'm doing rings.
Well, I figured.
I'm doing my circles.
Oh, my headache's
Well,
lifted.
that's good. See, that's because you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so no, he said his mentor pays attention to my posts daily, and he keeps giving me praise. So that's good. And he really can't speak English. Jack's broken English. He has to explain everything to him because he can't. He says nothing in English except hi and bye.
Yeah.
It's really cute. But he's got a funny persona. He likes to be silly. Because some of those videos that he does, he's got like those silly hats on and
Oh, yeah. That's his mentor, huh?
yeah.
Oh, my God. That guy does some really intense circles. I'm like, oh, geez, look at that.
And explanations too. I mean, he'll go on for like 3 hours just explaining something, and
And
it
you
makes
can't
me
understand because
wish I
it's in
could
Russian.
understand. Yeah, I wish I could understand Russian to be able to listen to hear what he's trying to say. So
Yeah.
Pedals is playing something at like 100 times faster than normal, so I've got like in my ear.
You
Like
got
when we
what?
used to remember when we used to rewind a tape and how it would you'd hear the sound going, you know, at a high pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it sounds like she's listening to.
Yikes.
But it's like they've turned it into music. It's like,
Yeah.
man, when I was a kid, that was an annoyance, and here you guys are putting it in as it's part of the compilation of somebody had made. It seems like somebody's made like a music thing with it, and it's like, no, that's just it hurts the ears. To be born in a generation that doesn't understand our trials and tribulations of no internet and
8-track tapes. Can you imagine?
8-track tapes, yeah.
Can you imagine the generation looking at an 8-track tape right now? They'd be like, what the hell is that?
Coming home from Christmas dinner at family's house, passing out in the back seat of the car, listening to Barry Manilow.
Oh, God.
Because your mom's got the radio blaring because the kids aren't paying attention.
I had an 8-track tape in my first car, an 8-track tape player. Yeah. Yep. Those were the days. Boy, we've come a long way, haven't we?
Okay.
I was being sarcastic.
So that's what I was making. 2 eyes. Because the torus is,
Yep, there you go.
the compass measures to your fingers, the fingers measure to your eyes, so this is a representation of my eyes. Yay!
Good job.
Cheers, applause, woot, woot, woot.
Good job.
Yeah, let's see. Centered in the camera, and then I'll turn off the light so it stops strobing for a few seconds so people can get a non-stroby look at it. And then I'll shut down the live stream or I'll stop broadcasting anyway. So woot, 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 woot. Just a small project, something tiny that I wanted to make sure was in my it's called like a portfolio, isn't it, when you have stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say.
So, alrighty. So stop being like cast. Anybody that watches, bye and thank you.